Hi, my name's Philip. I'm one of the piano instructors here at Take Lessons, and in this video we will be discussing piano anatomy and common piano terminology. The one thing in common among every type of piano or digital piano or synthesizer or keyboard or whatever you want to call it is going to be the keyboard. So you're going to see a few different views of my keyboard. You're going to see one from the back and one from the top, so you can see how it's laid out. Every keyboard is going to have a series of black keys in this kind of configuration with 2 black keys, 3, 2, 3. All the white notes will be layered right next to each other. The reason it's set up this way is to help you to be able to recognize the different notes as you play them. So if someone tells you to play C, you know to play here. You know not to play here or here or here. You know it's one of the white notes just to the left of the 2 black notes. One of the other words you might hear from some teachers is the word fallboard. This isn't going to be very common, and with digital pianos you usually don't have it. Mine does happen to have one, even though it is digital. Fallboard is just a fancy name for the lid of the piano. I know that seems crazy, but it's just a fancy name for the piano lid. Usually that term is used just for one thing. On your first lesson, they'll tell you to make a fist, put your arm straight out, and if your fist comes to the fallboard, then you're the right distance from the piano. If your arm is bent in like this, you are too close. If you can't reach it, you're too far. I like to just say, put your fist to the back of the black keys. A little easier since most of us don't have this anymore. Some other common terminology you might hear. The words piano. Another word that goes with piano is the word forte. Those 2 words are dynamics. Together, all that's talking about is how loud or soft you play on the piano. The word piano means soft or quiet. So as I play softer on the keys, play a little bit lighter on the keys, I make a piano sound. Forte is forced or loud or strong, meaning a louder sound. So as I hit the keys a little bit harder, I make a louder sound. Let's take a look at one other part of the piano that a lot of your keyboards might have and they might not. Something that all acoustic pianos will have, but not all digital pianos will have, are 3 pedals. Now, most of your digital pianos will either have a pedal, at least one, or it will have the option of adding 1 pedal. Now here's what the pedal does that's the most important. It's the one here on the right. When we're playing this pedal on the right, here's what it does. Now watch, I'm going to hit a key. You get to see this still on the bottom here. I let go of the key. It continues to make sound. We call this the damper or sustain pedal. What this pedal does is it takes a part of the piano called the dampers, and these dampers are designed to stop the sound as you let go of the note, and it keeps them off of the strings. So if I push the pedal down, it pulls the dampers off the strings. Even if you have a digital piano, it's simulating this. It allows me to create a sustained sound of the notes. Now the other 2 pedals you most likely won't need or even use. This middle pedal does something different on almost every piano. There are 3 different types of middle pedal. Let's not even worry about that middle pedal. The left pedal here is called the una corda pedal. All this does is make it a little bit easier to play quietly when you need to. Sort of changes the sound of the piano to make it a little bit of a more dull sound or quieter sound when necessary, usually used when a composer or writer wants you to play very, very quiet. One last thing that you probably should know before you get started is the word tempo. Tempo means how fast or slow you play something on the piano. There's lots of words that we use. Pretty much all of them are going to be Italian words. Occasionally you come across composers who use English or French or German, but most classical composers and even a lot of pop composers are going to use Italian terms like allegro, which means fast, or moderato, which means moderately, or adagio, which means slow, or andante, which means walking speed. Let me give a demonstration of what that might mean, because none of these have a very specific speed attached to them. So if someone said to me, play adagio, I'm going to play a scale slowly. And what about andante? What if they asked me to do that? Andante is kind of a walking tempo. It's a little bit of a fast walking tempo. Moderato. For some that might be fast. Allegro. Then what about presto? And it can go faster, it can go slower. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.